What time is it?
It's big slappy time.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Squeaky's
Sloppy's
back.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Big
You said-
sloppy. All right. Welcome.
Nobody wants
Nobody wants to see Sloppy no
Sloppy
more.
anymore.
They want Sloppy.
Squeaky.
Big Squeaky.
because you said squeaky. You're
I
talking
did
about
say
your chair.
my fucking chair. I have to look at this. This is an issue.
Get under the hood there, brother.
Getting under the hood. There's also some, there's sounds and sights coming from everywhere. There's some construction
It's-
happening.
Yeah. Also, it's hot down here. Our basement's usually cool.
Yeah, there's been a humid spell in the Pacific Northwest, and I don't know what to make of it because, I grew up with soupy nuts all the time.
Some
I
people
grew up
say
with old
soup
soupy
to
nuts.
nuts, but I'm just soupy nuts.
Yes. No, but the humidity
Yes.
in the Northeast, not so much in the Northwest.
Well,
typically.
the Northwest is a temperate climate, so it's not dry.
That's
Where,
right.
it's home to the Hoh rainforest, the only temperate rainforest in the world, up there in Washington. So don't sleep on our humidity, but it does sneak up on you, doesn't it, Murph?
It sure does, Diana.
I wanted to be a weather girl. Have I told you that? Have I talked about that on the pod?
No, but
So I'm in
Go.
college. I'm thinking, what am I doing?
wait, you were in college thinking about this?
Well, because I was in the journalism school, because that was the track to art direction, track to graphic design. That's how it was set up.
That's strange, don't you think?
Well, it was a big university that didn't have like an art school component. So that was like anyway, that's just how they
Sure,
did it.
sure, okay.
You don't know.
I don't know nothing. I didn't go to college, but
I don't know nothing.
that's why I'm asking.
So, and then I was taking meteorology.
Okay.
Is that a word? When you're...
Yeah, you were
I would
hired
have been good.
as a...
And I was like, and I really liked
No,
it.
meteorology. So here's the big beef.
I was like, what if I actually ditch the like art direction, advertising, journalism component here, and I marry my love of meteorology and being in the J school. That's what we called it. Over at the J school.
at the J school was
Grab
the
your
journalism.
knapsack and head over to the J school.
Oh my God! In days when journalism was a respectable way
I
to
really
go.
wish I had been a weather woman, a weather person, because I think like I found performance later. Like
Yes.
improv came way later. So I didn't at the time know that would have been as appealing.
Right,
And
right.
now I'm like, that would have been all my damn gifts.
Oh my God!
and
I
it's
wish.
kind of like economically sound because like there's always going to be a need for weather people.
There'll always be a need for. Well, here's what I wanted to ask you too. Those two tracks, they go interesting ways because you could, when you're in meteorology, this was always a big beef with like, I remember growing up, Vince said it would be like this. He was the local weatherman.
And that's what they said. They
But
said
he-
Vince said it would be like this.
Vince, that was the
The
Vince
catchphrase.
said it would be like this. Vince said it was. how
That's
am I blanking
really
on his
good.
fucking last name right now? I'm losing.
Is that
it.
the guy who would take you into like his backyard and be like,
No, that was
like,
Tom
on
and Noreen
video.
Clark, who I worked on, did their roofing when I was very high, and I watched their marriage meltdown.
high up altitude wise on the roof?
They had a high roof, yeah,
or
and I had
high
no
on
business being up
drugs?
there. I was both. I was high on drugs, up
Wow.
on their like 3-story house on the
Okay.
roof, doing some shingling, and such. I was not no business. I was
You're like,
brought on as an apprentice.
I'm putting shingles on. They have shingles.
They have
I'm
shingles.
High.
They're
I'm
hammered.
Up high.
They were just getting drunk in their back, like they had like a pool. They had a nice little setup in their yard. They're both weather folk from WNEP, Tom and Noreen Clark.
That's the PC power couple I wish
Yes.
I were part of.
Now,
but here I am in a freaking basement doing a goddamn podcast.
I don't want to. Vince Sweeney was the guy on WBRE locally. He
you.
was a weatherman in the most old school sense, meaning he was not a meteorologist.
Okay.
So that's the personality. That's where I would come in.
So he
is I
was
would be
literally
tell
like,
me,
"Looks
hey
like
nerds,
rain."
tell me the weather, and I'll go out there and give it to the
So
people
he
in an
wasn't
entertaining way.
using instruments.
He was not personally, no. That he would get like meteorology
feed it to
reports from the
God,
scientists
that's the good old days.
versus people who'd be like, I'm going to do both. Like I can, maybe I don't have the same sizzle. Like Vince Sweeney had he was kind of Anchorman-y, like in that way. He
Yeah,
was
they
old
hand him the
school.
note cards,
Yeah.
and he's like, Sonny.
That's right.
Right.
And let me tell you about my niece was out there the other day doing, like that kind of shit.
Got soaked.
But you could do both.
I would be the full package.
The full package, yes. I wish you did that.
I also look really good in shoulder pads.
Yes, which there was a time.
There is.
Our time.
The time is now.
The time is now for pads.
I might just. Do you think there's a lane for me here in Portland to just be like
A shoulder padded weather woman?
like weather woman?
I think so, yes.
Just going rogue AF.
You know what would be funny, especially now? Yes, Portland, because maybe you could make that a local, but it would go national. You would be on, like John Oliver. They'd be doing and now this, and it would be you as that weather woman with the shoulder pads.
Well, because I could
dropping.
It obviously
bombs.
wouldn't really be about the weather.
No, of course
you know
not.
what I
It
mean?
never is. No, you have to tell a story.
Yeah, it'd be like about my divorce.
Yes.
Fictional.
Yes.
But like slowly coming out. It would be good.
It would be great.
It would
be
great.
grand.
Okay, what else?
Well, it's been a while since we've been here.
Been a while.
Well, we've also talked about us as a duo. We just talked about this on our walk about there was a time and a place, and maybe it's here and now, but where
now this.
the Regis and Kelly, the Rocky and Sue in the morning on the radio, that duo.
But isn't that always old man, young woman?
Or married couple.
Because I'm a cougar in this relationship. I'm
You
2
are the
months
coug.
older than you.
You are the coug. But, I mean, I've aged a lot in the last few moments.
I look like a catcher's mitt.
I do. I look like Gary Carter's old catcher's mitt.
And I was blessed with a dewy complexion.
A dewy complex. No, you've been looking incredible
Thank you.
in this stretch. And no one does. I want to say that too. I feel like a lot of people are coming apart
Look
at the
like
seams,
shit.
myself included.
Well, I will say we were just in Pennsylvania for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And that was rough for me.
I got a little sun.
The climate switch was hard. I got
You're right.
acne
Your
for
dewiness.
the first time in my life. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
It was just so humid and intense from not.
Yes.
My skin freaked.
It freaked the fuck
It said,
out.
no, bitch.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
See, mine turns tricks the other way, obviously. I come home and weirdly settle in where I'm using my creams and my powders and whatnot here.
Yeah.
I weirdly was there. It was also, we got lucky on the weather while we were there. It wasn't as humid as it has been.
Brings us back to weather. So you were saying we could do like a power couple situation where we're on air together.
On air together.
I would love that.
Yes.
I mean, we're doing that right now.
We are.
Some
but
would
in
say.
new media. I want to go back
What
to
is
this.
new media? Oh, this is?
Well, this is, I mean, it used to be called new media, but yeah, podcasting,
Right.
obviously, is now just so, what was the word I want to use? So, when is something just so present and so here that it's...
Novel?
No,
it's new?
not novel.
Oh,
no, it's like
sorry.
so,
No.
so pervasive.
Quotidian.
I mean, pervasive, it has a negative connotation. I guess, but-
Quotidian is like everyday stuff.
Anyway,
is that what you mean?
There's a million fucking podcasts, is my point. Everyone has it. We were in the early days of podcasting as well. But to come back now and do it, my point is I want to go way back. I want to go back to where, because that is dying. Now the morning show hosty thing is dying out.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we then come.
What if we're called the Nooners?
In the
and we just
graveyard.
hit you midday. We're like, hey, you're probably at your 9th gig job.
The Nooners.
And listen up.
This is good.
We could do like 4-second tall vids.
Yes.
I'm like, what's new media now?
Well, that's the desperate. See, this is the problem now. Is with Nexstar, etc. All these like conglomerates that have bought up local radio stations, local TV. There are so few that you can just approach someone and be like, just some guy in a trailer somewhere, and he like owns the TV station, and you're like, listen, brother, we brought you this bottle of gin. We're going to sit here and drink it until we pitch you on this show, and you need us on the air. And he's like,
Great.
go on.
What about live from
tugging
the
him under
data
the desk.
centers?
Live from the data centers. Yes.
Like, what if we
Each one
just-
ends with like a New Year's Eve style countdown where
Yeah. No, I think we could just accept, embrace.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
And
no,
the whole
opposite
thing,
of
you
what I
can't
was
hear
just
us because it's like, zzz, you know, that horrific
Which
noise.
might, yeah, that sounds like if you pick up on what's happening right now,
well, they're just
it's giving data center.
They're putting a tree into that thing to make the
They
wood
are.
chips.
No, there's someone working outside and across
They're
the street.
murdering a tree on our street.
Yeah, do you know the sounds of the gentle hums of data being mined is very similar to the
Or
cries.
data being made?
to the
Is it always
cries-
being mined?
Yeah, of course.
Who
What do you
makes
mean?
data?
It's mining.
Oh. So there's a
And
finite
storing.
amount of data on Earth. That's kind of true. I
Mm.
mean, we're creating it all the time, though. We create data that is then mined at our expense.
Correct.
It's basically getting your kidney ripped out.
Basically, yeah. It's getting your organs harvested, but your brain,
Yeah.
your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams,
You wake
your
up
fears,
in
everything
a
is being
Job Johnny, sans organs.
sans
Sans
data.
organs.
Yeah.
Where did my data go?
Data harvested. Why do I have this physical scar on my
Yeah, I'm like,
on
you
my
don't want
head?
this data. It's
No.
damn ass pickled.
Hell no.
That reminds me of a short story I want to write.
Good.
Okay.
Write it down. Ooh,
Do you hear that? We have a lot to say.
we have so much to say. We can't even worry about any background noise. I don't even give a shit.
There's
I'm not
been a
even
lot
gonna,
of
I
news.
can't deal with it.
What has it been? 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
It's been maybe a month.
I'm gonna look at when the last
Look at our last ep. We can't. I don't even have any.
dropped.
It was so long ago. I couldn't possibly have any errata.
That's good. It saves us what's it called? A segment that we don't have to do. Let's look at Big Sloppy. Big Sloppers. When did you post Big Sloppers? July 15th. Yeah, damn. Literally a month. One day shy of a month. If this
let's
comes
get into
out
it.
tomorrow, it'll be exactly a month. That
Perfect.
almost seems like we planned it.
I think we did.
We took a sabbatical.
We took a
Rumspringa.
data sabbatical.
Yeah, we went down to our local data center.
Wait, don't forget, for real, don't forget Nooners. I like this.
Nooners.
All right, anyway.
I'm going to forget it. Look at me. I'm a husk.
So on the road, here's what I think the easiest way to do this,
To do what?
if you're okay with this. I have a long list. I was just taking notes over the last, couple of weeks.
Thank you for being our scribe.
Anytime we said anything or thought anything that was worth a damn. But I also, some of these, it's so long ago, I just jotted down like 2 or 3 words and I don't know what it means. So would it make sense for this
like a
return
free
episode to just
association?
battle through what I have and we'll see what we come up with?
How about you just say it and then I'll say something.
Perfect.
And then you'll say more stuff.
Okay.
Hi,
How
it's
about we
called
have a
podcasting.
conversation?
Ever heard of it?
Let's have a conversation. All right.
Couldn't possibly.
So the first thing I have written down, this is in no order here, is primary colors.
Okay, so Murph and I were sleeping in his childhood bedroom for 2.5 weeks in coal country, Pennsylvania, visiting your folks, your fam. And one nice thing about it was that we got through some old movies. You just looked at the soundboard. Are we not recording?
We are recording. Don't worry about I have to wear 2 hats here. So don't worry about my
You don't have
second
any
hat.
hats on.
I have no hats, which is why I'm struggling right now.
Struggles are that tinfoil
I'm supposed to
hat.
have 2. I'm down
You
2
have a
hats.
tiny tinfoil top hat.
I always
Okay.
have my tinfoil.
Well, always. We got to watch some old movies. And one night we got stoned because our friend Sue, bless her, had given us these weed sodas. Do you remember?
Winks. We want Winks to sponsor the program.
Fuck you, Wegovy.
We're nowhere
going
near
Winks.
sponsorship stages yet.
I think we are.
I mean, we're near. You know what? Here's what I've learned about analytics. It's lower than you think.
But
It's
higher than what
you
we
want.
have.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyhow.
So Winks, it gets you high, goes down easy.
Wink, wink, wink. Excuse me, wink, wink.
Yeah. Want
know
a
why I had a
seltzer?
triple.
Wink.
Anyway, these weed seltzers were delightful. I had never consumed. Now, I've consumed almost every drug, almost every way imaginable, every orifice, any entry points on my
You're
body
dying
have
of
been.
consumption.
Yes, all the veins have been used, all the holes have been used, but I
Yeah.
had never drank weed before. That was the first time I had ever just.
Never drank weed?
I mean, I had tincture is different to me. Tincture,
Yeah,
you
you've
go on the
definitely
tongue.
done
Remember
the-
what's his name?
I've seen, yeah.
No, remember he was like the tincture fairy.
Yeah.
and they were like 1,000 milligram drop. Like he was
Yeah.
dosing people essentially.
Yeah,
at our
the
parties.
kids don't know. Before you could just walk into a weed store, you never knew damn ass what you were getting.
You never knew damn ass what you're getting, but this new wave also of ways to consume weed has finally, like, what I love about it is that it finally brought out that people were like, it used to be the argument was like, listen, reefer madness is silly. Let's stop with that. The only thing I'll say about now recently, though, because that is true, smoking weed, even in the most, like we talked about before, knife hits, gravity bongs, like the most, like
dabs,
get this as much of this to my dome as possible. Dabs are very high potent. Tinctures are like, you can't overdose on weed. No one has ever overdosed and died physically from marijuana.
Physically died,
maybe emotionally, the ego death.
Spiritually died.
But I just mean if you took a high concentrated tincture,
yeah,
and you drank thousands of milligrams right to the dome of THC, you're in a weird place.
Psychosis could occur.
Psychosis.
Well, I think
also
like,
long term with that. Yeah.
It's all been said, but the dabs work. I've had experiences with weed that were stronger than psychedelics because of like what the fuck they were doing with those. Remember the waxes we used to get into?
I mean, bro, we
got
got that
shatter.
Shatter, yeah, which was
shattered.
There were a lot of different ways. There was like beeswax kind of shit. Then there was the shatter.
Shatter was wild. The fact that we were doing
shatter was like a honeycomb.
It just sounds like it was not. Deeply concentrated,
deeply problematic. I think what's funny too, though, is for years when we were growing up, the old heads talking about kind bud,
KB,
as this
because there were the little hairs, the little crystals,
and they used to be like, like the weed back in my day, you smoke a whole tie stick to your head and it'd be. But what's funny is it was still smoking. The ingestion method was still the same. Now with technology, drugs have gotten to a point. Weed specifically,
we're
boofing shatter, and. Yeah, it's an interesting place to be. What was I saying?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, anyway, we were drinking weed, which I'd never done before. Which
delightful. Was lovely. So we revisited a classic, I want to say, The Birdcage.
The Birdcage,
written by Elaine May, directed by Mike Nichols.
Yes.
Obviously, we all know it's so good, but that was just a delight to rewatch that. A little stoned.
Comedically holds up.
We were actually LOLing, which, I haven't done that in a while.
Yes.
That's just something you say on text.
It is.
It felt good.
It felt really good.
And then we said, these guys are really good. Obviously, great legends of comedy, but they're good at that duo of a movie. We looked, and they'd also done Primary Colors.
Primary Colors.
Which, if people remember, is a very close to the Clintons near kind of narrative biopic.
Yes.
But they don't say it's the Clintons. But Travolta is full on
doing
his
Bill
very
Clinton.
best Bill that he possibly can.
He's much closer. I mean, he's just straight up is doing Bill.
And he's like dirty dicking with the babysitter, and it's all the stuff.
And this was
based on a book written by a Clinton aide
that
had worked with them during their first campaign.
So it only really addresses the stuff that's kind of like who cares? You know what I mean? Like to some degree, like
it's
who cares?
Don't Ask, Don't Tell, pre-Monica Lewinsky. It's pre-office. It's just getting into office.
Yes, exactly. It's right. It's him, and he was running as somewhat of an unknown, the governor of Arkansas. Like people are like, what is this?
Pre-balancing
tiny
the
state?
budget.
No one knows. Yes,
austerity.
All that. And as we always thank Ross Perot for the arrival of Bill Clinton. Couldn't have done it without Ross.
Tip my tinfoil hat to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my God, Ross Perot.
We saw the bumper sticker recently, and I was like, the Ross heads are still out.
That
Perot
was very
bumper
funny.
sticker.
Well, I get a little tingle when I see a Bernie 2016.
Well, of course.
But
see, if Bernie
But to see a Perot was like, whoa, in the wild.
Whoa. I think what's delightful about the Perot is it's the last time that there's actually been a third option for president.
Yeah.
Like
he was a disruptor.
He was a big time disruptor. He disrupted Dub.
That little freak.
H-Dub, excuse me. Yeah.
Little freak.
Poppy was not pleased with the arrival of Perot.
Poppy was not pleased.
Poppy
So we watched Primary Colors. It was whatever.
It was whatever.
I thought it was interesting. It's definitely, I'm not telling anyone they have to go watch that shit.
Well, you know what I'll say?
Think?
There was some fun moments, and I think we talked. I can't really. It's been so long that I'm already struggling to.
I don't think we were like that was fine.
The body count is not in there, which of course, because this was early Clintons. There's nothing about. But when he even left the governor's mansion in Arkansas, he left under There was a lot of accusations of R-ing and
Yes.
sexual assault.
No,
so
that wasn't in there. It was
no,
a
it
very
was just dirty
soft,
dicking. It was like the dirty dick
one girl,
stuff that
though,
he
was
did.
very underage. I mean, that
Oh wait,
wasn't
they did have
great.
that. No, they did have the
babysitter-
one with the baby,
Yeah,
the pregnancy. That's right. They had that whole part.
Yes. So that wasn't great.
Sure. And then he like fucked the head of whatever the labor like move. Remember Janny? He like
Yeah.
Which that's more just like that's dirty dicking. Like to get stuff done as a politician. If it was consensual
good
between two
old-fashioned
adults. Yeah.
dirty dicking.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had that.
What's dirty pussin'?
Same, but
No,
just
but I
with a
want
puss.
like a good, you know what I mean? Because guys get to own dirty dicking.
They do. Yeah, it's all through that lens. So dirty dicking.
beavering. Body,
Busy beavering.
busy beavering, body beavering.
Body beavering. We'll get there.
Body beaving.
Body beaving.
Okay.
And who plays Hill Dog? Well, no, but some of the characters. So Billy Bob Thornton.
Is it Emma Thompson?
Emma Thompson. Is it Emma? It is Emma Thompson.
Is it?
Yes. The performances were magnificent in this.
They were.
Billy Bob.
And the writing was
plays-
good. It was back in that heyday, the
course.
90s, where like something can kind of be about something but still have some humor and still have
Yes.
some character.
Yeah, because it was not a positive. I would say the takeaway felt like the start
They suck.
of at least some sort of a centrist acknowledgement of like the system starting to fray at the edges.
I think what it
and
is
being
like, this is
he's
what
saying
it
he's for working
takes.
people. He's not. Like that was the big. But see, with this movie, I would say they flirted with like
But the
maybe
A-
he sucks as a person, but and this also before he got into office, before NAFTA. So they were like, oh no, he
Pre-NAFTA.
hears people's problems. He might be flawed as a person,
Yeah.
but he's our guy. Like if he gets in there, he'll at least do good stuff for us. Which
Well,
was
that
not,
was kind of
not the case. in
It's
the end.
through the AIDS eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The eyes of the aid. And it was like
To the
this
eyes
guy-
of an aid.
this guy lies to get in, but if it's but it might still be good to have him in because I think what it was saying is his heart's in the right place, but he's willing to like play fast and loose with the truth.
Yeah, which I think is a fair assessment in 1998 to make
It-
because
it was
98
it's
is a little, late, but
muddled though, because
Yeah,
it's
it
either
is.
saying this is what you have to do to get elected and everybody's a scumbag, or like sometimes it's okay to break a few eggs. Like
yeah, I know there's different messages, but at any
Whatevs.
rate, it's an interesting.
we
Billy
can't
Bob was a
talk
great
anymore.
character.
Oh my God, Billy Bob was great.
He was a phenomenal.
When he
was
whips
like
his
a carve.
dick out in the campaign office, I was
that
like,
scene-
this is downright inappropriate.
And then their responses afterwards is like, "Good thing that woman, that staffer, was cool."
Yeah, because you're a real
otherwise
cool girl if you don't-
really brought it to.
Well, she just like size
And then she-
shames him.
Well, and then
The
she
whole thing is very
gets
of
in
the
bed with
time.
Kathy Bates, so she's actually
Wait,
a young
Kathy
lesbian
Bates
staffer.
was
Bates'
great.
character exceptional.
Okay, no, this
This
movie
movie's
was good.
pretty great.
Like, wait, I forgot about it.
Yes.
Okay,
so we can move on from Primary Colors for now. I might want to rewatch, frankly.
It's funny because the actual primary colors are red, blue, and yellow, not red, white, and blue.
Thank
But
you.
they're saying, no, I know.
Technically. Wait, hold on. This makes me think of, you might remember this, probably not. As you're adjusting
like,
your bifocals. You're like, primary colors, technically.
Well, I was trying to
No,
think.
I know. You're right. You're right. I mean, you're
no,
not
I mean
wrong.
I just said the most obvious thing in the world, but I'm trying to think, where does that come from?
Where,
Like first
what's
family,
the play on words
first.
there?
Well, it's the first.
First
it's like
family.
primary, first family,
Colors.
First
Remember the
colors.
movie Colors?
Red, white, and no.
Okay, well, they're not primary colors.
Cool. What else is on that list?
I'm looking.
You can't find the list.
No, I have the list now.
Where's the list?
The photo, just quickly to bring Bill Clinton to a close on this episode. We might have to, we might have to transition. I've been thinking about this too. I took a note about this. Our segment on We're Not AI because of our Bush dynasty. We may have to just get into the Clinton
We've
dynasty.
run out of the Bush.
We may have to get into the
content.
Clinton
The Bush
crime
got
family.
whacked, and we don't have any
The
more.
Bush dynasty and the Clinton crime family.
Clinton. I just
Clinton.
can't.
No, but anyway.
I love Clinton crime family.
I mean, I think we need to. There's so much there. I mean, we start with primary
weren't we
colors.
gonna
Anyway,
do a list of like everyone they killed? And
I
they
had the body
forgot?
count
or
going.
alleged,
alleged,
allegedly.
of course. Well, they've been charged with none of it. Anyway, Clinton's thighs. I just wrote Clinton thighs.
No.
But
What
I.
is this mean?
You sent me a photo after we watched Primary Colors. I couldn't find it of Clinton in probably right around 1998. but he's like bopping around town and he has these short shorts.
Oh, the
on.
short shorts, yeah.
And I thought about it and I was like, when have we seen that much presidential thigh ever?
Flesh, yeah,
ever
meat.
before? No, we've seen
Primary meat.
We've seen Obama, the swimsuit Obama. I remember those photos.
But those
topless Obama,
but that was very old.
that was after he was out of office, I think.
No, I think you're right. I think Clinton seems more obscene because he's not as strapping.
I mean, it was the pastiest, hairless,
gnarly.
white chicken breast thigh. Like they're like the shitty discount, like Costco chicken. I mean, nothing against Costco, but everything against Costco. The thighs, the white pale thighs were just. It was a shocking photograph, and he was just bopping around.
Guys used to do that.
Well, of course, but our little league coaches used to do that. Like not the president.
Right, not the president.
Although I guess he did. I mean, this photo seemed like a candid shot. I don't think he was trying to be photographed. It's like he showed up for the presidential library portrait with his fucking
in his short shorts,
with his translucent blazing thighs. But anyway, that photo just stood out to me for some reason. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It reminded me that photo should be painted. You remember the painting of him in the Monica dress that was found in Epstein's townhouse in Manhattan? Remember the paintings in Epstein's townhouse? There was the one of the portrait
Trump
of
blowing Bill.
No, there was one. There was an artist.
Do you remember
who did
that whole
these,
thing, Bubba?
Oh, Bubba. Yeah, Bubba's great.
God, there's so much.
The whole
to
Bubba
say.
affair. So much to say.
Okay.
Which is the song I was gonna start out with today because I know
Mine
you
was
love
better.
Dave. Yours was much better. Anyway, I'll find these portraits. But oh my God, here is the photo. It's Gore and Clinton. So
Show me
the specifics that we're missing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Gore and Bill.
Those shorts are longer than a nutsack.
They're bare. I mean, Gore's cock. I mean, if you talk about catch and print, Gore's pecker is very visible through, and he also has like a layer of sweat on the. These are. I mean, again, the only reason I think this is notable.
He tried to save the planet, but he's been logging. I was trying to make some.
That's right.
Is that a thing?
Don't cut down that tree.
Trunk.
I don't know. Anyway, and he's also wearing
an inconvenient
USA
bulge.
Truck. I don't know what.
Got it.
Bill Clinton has not one but two McDonald's cups in his hand.
No, those shorts are no.
Right.
No.
He's given the thumbs up. So this is clearly they were coming from somewhere. I mean, everything's so.
I love that you're like, he's not trying to be photographed. I'm like, yes, he is.
He's smiling and giving a thumbs up to the camera. But yeah, they're both holding McDonald's cups, so they're fresh from but those big like 20-ounce or whatever soda cups, and the shortest shorts imaginable.
Wait, sorry. Can I breaking news really quick?
Please.
Like actual news style?
Wait, whoa, yeah.
Luigi Mangione pleads guilty.
Oh, he took a plea.
I'm so upset. Can I read a quote from him?
Please do.
I shot Mr. Thompson and he died. The poetry flowing. Luigi.
Oh, bless him.
Will you close this? It's
this
bothering
needs
me.
to be closed.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Our studio is falling apart.
Well,
our makeshift studio.
No. The curtain just pulled
See, these
back,
are
and
the thighs
Luigi's
I want to
spirit-
see, though.
Well, of course, we all want to see those thighs.
Show me those thighs.
Also, we know you. Like with that part, we know Luigi.
Yeah, literally.
There's a plea of some sort on the table.
Well,
they
they're
had
gonna
something.
kill him. They're like,
they take the death penalty off the table.
No, I think they say you're going down, but do you want us to take your family too?
You're going down
because they need this. If this guy got off,
they can't
like
have
the whole dog and pony show collapses.
Right.
You know.
There was a ton of early positive.
Wait, I'm depressed. Can I have a
evidence
moment
for the defense, though?
What? Sorry, I can't have a moment. We're doing a pod. Go ahead.
Go. No, you can have a moment.
No, I'm having
just listen
one.
to me while you have the moment.
I'm listening.
The defense had a lot of good evidence early on with the search and seizure problems.
Of course, it was total bullshit.
So I'm just saying. But also, he clearly killed that.
They took his bag. They didn't even have a warrant.
Right.
They didn't even. I love when we try to use the rules, though. And they're like,
yeah, of course. No. That's why whenever
that's not right.
So the other quickly, that photograph is great, but the portrait
I'm going to make T-shirts that say I shot Mr. Thompson and he died. Would you buy one?
I would.
Do I have your support?
Always. My merch support runs deep.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
for
that's
that.
great. We
But
need
we
that
have to
breaking
get
news.
off.
No, we need that breaking news. He's pled. He's pled it out, as they always do.
He's pleading out.
He got some defense. He's pleading out. He could have
Oh,
pled.
brother.
I mean, there was a big defense fund. There's a lot of people who were trying to give money to him to fight it. I'm like, you're gonna just plead it out? You could have pled it out.
Well,
6 months
They
ago.
probably are like.
No, they're leaning on him. There's a lot
He's
that we don't see.
probably been
and
dead
don't know.
for a while.
He's
They have
no
somebody
longer
in a
with us.
mask playing him for the court.
No, this portrait of Bill, this artist, it's a painting.
Right, of course.
This is the one they found in Epstein's townhouse.
See, that's like respectable because that's pre-AI. Somebody painted that.
Yeah, legit. And then this is the
beautiful.
same artist did W. This is called War Games.
Playing
the W
Jenga?
one. No, there's 2 towers of Jenga that fell in front of
Yeah.
him, and he's throwing paper airplanes around.
See, if that were
Sitting on
hanging
the-
in my living room, I could die a happy man.
Same, like both of those. So it's Bill in the Monica dress, pointing right down
Oh
the
my
barrel
God.
with high heels on.
Yeah.
And it's which Epstein loved this one enough to get it.
Can we do an
and put it in his
Instagram
house.
carousel slideshow about all these for this episode?
Yes, we shall.
Please don't forget.
Yes.
Please, will you save the images?
I have the images.
Thank you. Okay, what else is on the list? I'm so
let's see,
sad
we're
about
moving on.
Luigi.
I just want to give that artist a shout out. Patrina Ryan Clyde. Anyway, she did those 2 portraits, and if I were a painter and I did those 2, I'd be done. I'd be like, that's it for me.
That's it for me.
All right, so the next one is proud daughter. The next bullet point I wrote down here: proud daughter of a Vietnam veteran bumper sticker
Oh, we loved. We saw that on our travels.
on our travels
Proud daughter of a Vietnam veteran.
on the bumpers.
So let's break this down. The Vietnam War is like the quintessential even pro-American. Do you know what I mean? People are like, that was the one where the curtain was pulled back.
Sure,
and then
and we
were
and we
told we
lost
were
it,
fighting
and
for
we-
one
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and we weren't, and it was like really
Yes.
damaging
was
and
a big-
awful,
it was a
and we
big
didn't
battle.
treat veterans well when they came home, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's already the war that even war hawks aren't proud of.
Yeah, right.
So then to be removed as a child of somebody who fought in the war that's the embarrassing one and say proud, I'm just, you know what I mean?
Yes, it's very interesting. It's one thing to just wear a hat that you're a Vietnam vet yourself, but yeah, to in 2026, it looked like a newer bumper. This also wasn't a bumper sticker
Also,
from the 90s.
what are you trying to
It
garner
looked
with
newer.
that? Because you put on your Korean War hat, maybe you get a free coffee somewhere in some towns.
Yeah.
What are you doing
I mean,
as
there's
the
a lot more
proud
discounts than
daughter?
just a random free coffee, by the way.
What is the daughter getting is my point.
Stolen valor. What is the daughter getting?
I mean, she's being upfront.
Right. No, she's saying who she is in this scenario.
What if it's like proud neighbor of daughter of Vietnam
people are just
veteran? What
people
is this?
are
Where does it
grasping
stop?
at straws right now.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But I understand why. I don't understand that.
Can you explain
but
it to me?
because everything that they thought was their reality is now crumbling around them.
But for the daughter,
terms of
for
country.
me, it's like the ID, Paul, to its like greatest extent, where it's like, who
I
are you?
identify as the daughter of a...
Exactly.
I know. I think, you know what another thing is? I think if
I'm
someone...
the progeny of somebody who did something one time. Like, what is
I've heard
that?
people who have multiple... This is my question. I don't remember. Maybe you remember this bumper better than I do. But people have said this who have had multiple tattoos. Like, and this I actually get as someone who has no tattoos. But people say, you know, you're overthinking it. Like, to people who don't have tattoos and go like, why the fuck would you get... Like, someone who has 7, 8 tattoos goes like, yeah, man, I don't know. They're not all great. I wasn't precious about it. I wonder if that translates to bumper stickers too, where you're just like, yeah, I'm someone who has 19 bumper stickers on my car. That car felt like a newer car, and that was a newer bumper sticker, and I don't remember any others. So that to me is weird. If you recently got a single bumper sticker, do you know if there were other ones on the car? It's rare to see a car with just one bumper sticker.
No, I saw that, and I
guess.
was like, oh my God, get a picture, write it down, get a
Yeah.
picture. Where, like, I lost my mind about it.
Anyway, I'm just saying, people, if
I
that's your
hear
whole
you.
identity
It's not
versus
like one of baby on board,
baby got back.
Dukakis, 88.
I can't hear you honking because I'm listening to Julian Casablancas
Literally.
or whoever. I'm listening
coexist.
to him. Yeah,
America runs on Duncan.
that's right. That's right. Where's the beef?
Bart Simpson pissing on a Grateful Dead bear, a dancing bear.
That's merch because there's no way that exists.
Everything
The
exists.
pissing was typically Calvin and Hobbes.
The outline,
Or which one
the
is
outline
the
of
boy?
Pennsylvania with a
Someone
rainbow.
squatting and hot carling it. Yes.
What?
Yes.
No. Yeah, they're giving Pennsylvania hot Carl, but the shit is coal.
Mm-hmm.
And it says proud great great granddaughter
Of
of
a breaker
coal
boy.
miner of a breaker boy. Thank you. Oh
we
my
are.
God,
We
let's
did
make
it.
that. Can that be our merch?
I mean, it's layered. It's
So I'm
people
adding-
like merch that has many layers. To it.
It's like an onion, our merch. So we have the Luigi Mangione t-shirt that
Yes.
said, I shot Mr. Thompson and he died. And we have a bumper sticker of somebody hot carling. Well, what is hot Carl shitting on the chest? Which part of Pennsylvania would be its chest?
What is the? I mean, you could argue.
It has to
I
be
guess central, north, because then the north is like the head. I mean, if it's or are you just talking about?
But if it's coal, it has
Metaphysically,
to be
what's the
northeast.
chest?
Where are the tits on Pennsylvania?
Oh boy, those mountains, those Appalachians coming through. So somewhere in Appalachia, Pennsylvania.
Okay, so where does that run? That's like the north.
That's like the eastern.
Sorry, the eastern corridor.
Yeah, northeast
north to
through
south.
down through.
Right.
Yeah, I think Allentown might be the chest of Pennsylvania.
Allentown is the nipple.
The nipple, one nipple. It has one nipple, and it's Allentown. All right, so
Love that for PA.
moving on,
Moving on. Hit me.
we have New Kids on the Block. Come puke. I wrote down. Now,
Didn't we already talk about this?
not on the pod. No,
Oh.
this because you divulged this to me off air, out of the state.
I blew every
On the
guy
road.
on. No.
No, so this is just. I'll set this up for you because this is your thing.
Thank you.
The those what would you call them?
Urban
You'd call
legend.
them urban legends. You'd call there's things that when we grew up, kiddos, pre-internet, blah blah blah.
Well, what's impressive about
what is
this
impressive
is
is
that
how
you were in
things track.
Pennsylvania. I was in Portland, Oregon.
And there are some things
and we both
all heard.
that Marilyn Manson was Paul from Wonder Years.
Yes.
We all heard that Marilyn Manson had the ribs removed to suck his own dick.
Two Manson ones. We also had the Richard Gere gerbil, which we had discussed on the show.
Yes. But
Versions of that. Screech killed him, like Screech unalived himself. Yes,
I heard that Screech
it was in a porn or something.
Well, he was. Though.
He was,
did
though,
porn.
in a porn.
No. The one was Screech was the younger brother of Mike D from Beastie Boys.
Okay,
'Cause
so
they both have Diamond
anyway,
as last
so there's a
name.
lot these celebrity tattlers.
But
these
the reason they're
these-
interesting,
yes, is because
to me
they
is
made their
pre-internet. So like to have everyone on the same page about some of this stuff,
it crossed the country, and I would say through like somebody's cousin was visiting and
Yes.
told, and they
at camp told
great
somebody
telephone
who-
game shit. Great,
yeah,
classic.
big. The biggest telephone.
The biggest telephone of all time was when we were young, and it was a landline, kids.
Yeah.
But anyway, also landlines, I guess.
Alexander Graham Bell
Existed.
has nothing on the tweens running around this nation
It's true.
in the late 80s, early 90s.
One of those that you thought everyone had heard that I had not heard. And again, this could be regional, but because I asked people regionally, some old friends while we were in PA, no one had heard of this.
This is only I have heard this.
Only you. Well, no, because did we Google it? I feel
Did
like
we?
it's probably, unless you just made it up. But anyway, it's that, tell what this urban
New
legend.
Kids on the Block came up somehow, and I was like, do you remember that urban legend that they were
This is in their heyday
They were
when they were
performing a show,
touring, yeah.
and one of them puked on stage, and it was all cum because they'd been blowing each other.
Right. So
Like that puke was 100% cum. That was like, I remember hearing that literally very elementary
Right.
age.
now, what's funny is I always was someone, I will say, not to say that I would have cracked into this, but I was the person who, when people would.
How would you have researched that at that time?
No, you don't have to research. Just break this down logically. One,
No, I was too young to break it down logically.
sure.
I was just like,
okay.
that happened.
Well, yeah, because NKOTB is more of a Gen
I was
X.
like,
We
I now
were
have
young
to tell
when they
5
were-
people or I'll be killed.
Yes. Yeah, those, I have to do a seance.
It's a chain letter as well.
But yeah, that was a funny one that
Remember chain letters?
never made. I remember the idea, the concept of them. I've never been a
I
part
think
of
I
them.
did a couple.
I mean, those exist now on they were an early Facebook thing too.
Well, now they're like, send this meme
Copy and
to
paste.
50 people or
Yeah, copy and paste this Kremlin propaganda.
Okay, so I would be interested, hit our line, if anybody heard the New Kids on the Block rumors.
Yes. I just wrote down thin green line is the most bootlicking shit in the game. Even in the game of flags. We saw this flag with the thin green line. I'm like, what could that be?
What the fuck is
Federal
thin green
law
line?
enforcement? So, like, obviously thin blue line flags, you're flying those to be like, we support our cops.
We
our
thought it
local
was
cops.
something funny. Like,
EMTs or something?
well, we thought it was like Forest Center, but like forest cop or something.
Which is like
What would that
park
be?
rangers, I guess.
Yeah.
Which
I don't
even
think
that is-
ACAB includes park rangers. I don't. I think they're protecting the wildlife. Oh, you mean because they're like put the fire out?
No, I think more because they're like they have what do they have?
Park rangers
what
are just like
authority
hippies.
does park rangers have?
None.
They can't write
They
a
speak
fine
for the
something.
trees. Oh, if you can write a fine.
If you can write a fine and have it have some backing to write a piece of paper to be like, you now have to pay the state money.
Interesting. Okay.
I think that includes.
Yeah, I'm gonna ponder.
All right, ponder. But anyhow, it
Has
was
ACAB
not that.
gone too far?
It's it's federal law. I mean, AOC would say yes because she's running for president.
Drag her.
AOCIA. We'll get to her. I have one great one for her.
AOCIA. Stop.
I know.
People are gonna think we're like.
I did not. I'm just. You know what it is?
loons.
It's I think anyone should assume at this point, if you're listening to a program, especially if you're listening to this program after us going dark for a month, you need to. Some things you're just repeating
Dark
what's in
Brandon.
the ether. You know, like I feel like I'm far more online than I should be.
Well, yeah.
Like,
100%.
no, I mean, for my age, for my standing in,
I know what you
in
mean.
culture,
Like our civilian friends, like our normie friends, for lack of a better word, like are just like, what?
everyone's heard the concept of AOCIA, and people would go, "No, everyone has not heard that concept."
No, I don't think they
People
have.
just started to find out who AOC is, and they like her. Some normies. I don't mean in the last year, but in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, when she first got elected, I think most normies didn't even know who the fuck she was or what was going on. Anyway,
No, she was like, she kind of put like hot young socialism back on the map. She was like I think the renaissance of the DSA.
yes,
It's
but I feel like
yeah.
that came more anyway in the mainstream. I just think
No. I think Bernie's second campaign and like AOC, I think there was like a movement
in 2020.
there
Yeah, you're
that
right.
had
You're
more
right.
like mass.
Okay, which is why I'm like
visibility.
So we're aware of AOCIA. Anyway,
I only know about AOCIA from you.
I'm too online then.
You're like in the dark like corners of hell.
Yes, but anyway, just because I'm kind of like Chat GPT in the sense that I'll just pop off. I'm like, this is out there. I'm not saying I condemn or deny,
I'm
confirm
like
or deny
Chat
that
GPT because no.
Well, I'll just randomly pull shit from the ether and be like, here's a thing to say.
Yeah, I like that about you.
Anyway, the thin green line is specifically standing federal law enforcement, which is, again, it's probably, we saw that
Bizarre.
outside someone's house when we were walking in PA in my parents' neighborhood. What I would say about that is
What would you
likely,
say?
I would desperately hope, and this does not
man
excuse,
is
I don't
desperate.
condemn or confirm or deny.
What?
I don't condemn or confirm.
Depose.
Depose. I shot that man. Depose, deny, defend turned into I shot that man.
I shot
And he's
Mr.
dead.
Thompson
I shot
and
him
he
dead.
died.
That they have like someone who in their family who works for the FBI. Like that's what I'm hoping. Because federal law enforcement
I
includes
pray every day
I
that
really
somebody
do.
in their family works for the FBI. I know what you're saying
Because
though, because
otherwise,
like
what are we bootlegging
not making
here?
any
You're just-
excuses, but thin blue line almost makes sense in a small town. I hate it.
Yeah.
But because they're like, my brothers do that and they're nice
brother's a
people
cop,
and they're
or
trying
just-
to help little old ladies. It's like the bullshit you're fed,
Yeah.
spoon fed in
I
this
want my
country
local
every day.
cop to save a
But
child's
to
cat
be like
from a tree. and that's it.
federal law enforcement, like what are you doing?
It's a lot. It's a lot. And also what's strange about it to me, though, is it feels what I would say we're at a level where you can't put people in
a box.
post-industrial Rust Belt, whatever, in a box because I could see libs with the thin green line because they loved federal law enforcement when it was James Comey, when it was people going after Trump, the DOJ.
Sorry, libs, of course, libs love the police. What do you mean?
No, I know they do, but in a way that's so specific to federal law enforcement. Because to me, that could either be like ICE. Of course, you'd be like right-wingers being like, I love this part of federal law enforcement. And libs being like, no, that's too far, but I love this part of federal law enforcement.
Well, you're either like, lock her up or lock him up.
Lock him,
do you know what I mean?
Yes.
They're like doing this.
Lock him up or lock her up.
Yes.
Yes. The weaponization of, and
God,
also how many
I love
departments.
both parties so much.
I hope we knocked on that door and someone said, you know what? For me, it's the NSA. I stand the NSA as federal law enforcement. I want mass surveillance on everyone.
Yeah, more.
The DEA.
Flock it up.
People love. Some people love the DEA.
Flocking around.
Flock the fuck up.
Find a corner and flock it.
Oh, Friendlerd attack text. Don't know what.
Fernlerd.
Fernlerd. So there's a local politician running for state
Congress.
House. Yeah, like a state representative in Pennsylvania, covering the district in Luzerne County. Fernlerd. But the text, now I took a photo of this because I just wanted to. I just received a text message because my number is also a 570 number.
Mm-hmm.
So it's local. So I get a lot of these when there's local elections going on. I get the attack texts.
Yes.
But the one they sent for Fernlerd, and this woman,
they're attacking.
Say what you will about her. She's
pretty good.
Yeah.
She's a single, like, working class mom.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Fighting for healthcare. Yes.
She wants healthcare for all. Fernlerd.
So this is an attack text sent from what's her name? Who's running against her? Who is it? Christ, I forget her name now. I don't even want to say.
We're already losing people on like PA politics.
No, it's terrible.
So
but anyway, the attack text was
it.
The simple truth is Democrats voted to let murderers, rapists, and child rapists back on the street. Fernlerd stands with them. Oh, yeah, Brenda Pugh is
which all that means is she's a Democrat, right?
Yeah.
She didn't even do anything.
Well, she's not been in office yet, so she's had no chance to do.
Right, she's lost like 7 times or something.
That's right.
Fernlerd?
She's tried to run Fernlerd.
Fernlerd.
But anyway, we can move on. But that was something I wrote down because I was like, this attack text is you are flat out not offering anything for yourself. The same thing is like, we're anti-Trump Dems and that's it. We're running on just anti the other party, but just claiming that Fernlerd, which if you see this woman speak for a couple minutes, you're not going to assume she's pro-child rapist. It's just so cartoonishly over the top.
Yeah, of course.
That's
where we are now.
That can't be like you wasted money on those texts. No one sees that.
I don't know.
I think it's too. I don't think anyone
people
could
just go out and
rationalize
put an even bigger thin green line sticker on the side of their van.
Those people are already voting for you, I would assume, or not voting. Anyway, next thing I have here is Trump neck pussy.
He's got a neck pussy. Everyone knows that.
Oh yeah,
he just ties his collar, tight, and then he's got the jowls.
The jowls, and it kind of really created.
Oh no! What this was is in
spaces.
I think in China or somewhere. Basically, they have an AI program that immediately blurs anything they find inappropriate.
Okay.
So the story was that Trump's neck was being blurred in all the photos because it was identifying like a vulva.
So the algorithm was
which is just
clocking
funny.
it as
we can all just enjoy that.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
BB fucks his neck pussy. That's where we want to be. That's where we.
I just spit all over the microphone.
Fauci fifth, pleading the fifth. We saw all that.
I don't even know what the hell that was. They just they tried to
trot him back
Fauci
out
for
again
what,
because they just want to catch him when it all does eventually come out, at least about the lab leak stuff.
What I thought was funny about the Fauci stuff was I saw some tweets people were posting where there was one that was like, as a gay man, like Fauci fought alongside us in like the AIDS crisis, and to see this now is so, and I was just like shook by that because he was awful. Like ACT UP literally in the early 80s did like an effigy of him like burning
and protested outside his
because
office,
they were like that's a weird gay disease that we're not going to do anything about. I think he might have like laundered that image somehow because
he did. He got one of the ACT UP founders
to say he
to start to be
came
like, he was a
around.
bureaucrat. So inside, outside, like we were doing our thing. He understood what we were doing. We had to put pressure on. He had to be the,
So he
working
eventually
for
came
politicians.
around.
He eventually
and now
acknowledged
they're-
AIDS. Yeah.
I just mean to say someone like did a great job at the thing they did so poorly at, and then to use that as I was just like,
Yeah.
I just felt
Sure.
like I was living in crazy town. I had
No,
to
I
drink
know,
a
I
Wink
agree.
soda after that. Is what
I
I'm
agree.
saying.
Well, those images are
Wink
great.
for when the math ain't mathin'.
For when
Grab
the
a
math
wink.
is pleading the fifth.
Literally.
Anyway, that's all well and good. Boy George Israel. So the Boy George's song.
Wow. Do you really want to hurt me?
Do you really want to
Yeah.
rubble my village? No, he
Take my
he has it's sort of a
house.
reggae bop, which
he
I
does
listened
that.
to. He
He's
did a
ska
new one.
adjacent.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Boy George is a Zionist. No,
So he made an
No
AI
breaking
song
news there.
that was like pro-Israeli settlers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
That's really cool stuff.
So then, yeah, the next, what do I have here? Oh, Michael. So you refused to watch Michael with me, but I finally watched it. The biopic.
Oh, how was it?
Michael Jackson's biopic. No, I mean I thought they nailed it. I think they
Nailed what?
Well, they got across. Like, there's a lot of questions I think surrounding Michael Jackson that we all have. I think they addressed the weirdest thing about him, the thing that everyone wants to know, the animals. Like he had a chimpanzee, he had a zoo. They portrayed that in the film.
Oh, they finally hit that hard-hitting.
How much he loved animals.
Yeah,
You know.
and that was the third rail for a while.
It
People
was.
not talking about his exotic pets.
No one would talk about the
That's so
exotic
cool
pets.
they went there.
They did. They owned that, I think, which
Something
is important.
that I thought was funny that you told me about it was that it was Janet
Janetless.
Erasure.
It was Janet Erasure in the most.
Janet does not exist in
Yes.
the universe of that film. Is
Yes.
that right?
That's right. And I think you need to be on some shit, which I was when watching this, to allow like
Winks to
when
get
you-
through
when you-
Michael.
when you watch these biopics, it's like it'd be like watching like the Elton John one with no Bernie Taupin, the Freddie Mercury without Brian May. Like I know Michael and Janet weren't career, like Janet was young, she was not in Jackson 5. But they spanned,
She's
they
the
keep showing
youngest.
flashbacks of the family. LaToya prominently featured in the film.
Yeah.
No Janet, which is the reality is that she was like, I don't want to be in this. And I think Tito or whoever the brothers that are now heads of the estate that were running this film, I think we might have talked about this on here where I said that they shot a whole ending that they had to then scrap. So they just said Janet will not be in this movie. But I'm saying when you're in a certain headspace watching a biopic, it makes you, there's this, it threw me into a weird, I didn't even not enjoy, but it puts you in this like, what is real? Like I keep watching with all this stuff and I'm like, there's no, Janet's a big enough presence in our lives.
Well, I think
For
what's
our
weird about
generation
that
where
is
it's
you
like
could,
to have this whole reality where
hold
she
on.
doesn't exist.
I want to go
weird.
back though. You're like, it just means she didn't want to sign on to the movie. It's a narrative feature. Like she doesn't have to sign on. She does exist in the world.
Right.
They could have easily done like the Full House thing where she like makes a phone call or she's like on a trip or there's just one picture of her
Yes.
or like,
Yes.
and they don't take a big stance because she does like own her own image and she's still alive, so she's not loving that. Maybe she could sue them. But to just have her non-existent actually makes zero sense.
Yes. I think they ended, the only thing I'll say is I think it does make zero sense. They could have just put her in as one of the, because she would have been younger. And all those
Yeah.
flashbacks when Joe
Just
Jackson's
like, Janet, come
riding
in,
them to
come
do
in
it.
and have a snack. Like
Right.
just saying that's a person.
I mean, LaToya was just kind of there. She wasn't like prominently featured just in the sense that her name is said. She's
Yeah.
there. It's one of the sisters. The eldest sister's not in it either. I don't know what that has to do with anything. But she also wasn't the icon that Janet became as a musician. They cut off his career. I'm trying to remember now. I think they stop before their collab. Because wasn't their first collab that on that
Scream one?
the Scream video or whatever? Like I don't think they ever
Yeah.
performed together because she wasn't J5. Anyway, they cut
I'm
off the
sure
movie
they
ends.
did.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did.
But anyhow, no
That's
Janet was
interesting.
my big takeaway from the Michael biopic.
Yeah. Man, you'll just watch anything.
Sure will, dear. I mean, that movie also, what that says to me too, is this thing where you're in your bubble and you're like I heard some people's initial response to that in the social media bubble is like, I'm sorry, I thought we canceled Michael. And I'm like, I'm sorry, this movie made I'm like, we did not cancel
No,
Michael by any stretch of the
He's too big to cancel, really, at this juncture.
I mean, the conspiratorial among the Michael stands online about what, like the gymnastics there rival, like they need their Q platform. They need to be platformed. They're it's wild what you get into with that stuff. I won't even do it justice. So they're out there. Look them up on the tubes. What's this? Wrapped up like a douche.
It's revved up like a douche.
Deuce.
I know, but we used to sing revved up
this
like
is a thing
douche.
that has been. I'm not bringing anything new, but what I am actually coming back to is I'm saying no. When that song came on the radio, I listened very carefully.
Wow.
He says wrapped up like a douche. He
says revved up.
No, he does not. He says wrapped up like a douche.
Everybody,
it's
for
on
the
repeat.
children who don't know, there's a song that was always on the Dad Rock station that's like, revved up like a douche, in the morning in the night, blinded by the light.
Yeah, it's blinded by the light.
So we always called it the douche song growing up, and we'd like, they said douche, and it's revved up like a deuce coupe. That's a car.
Uh-huh. This is from Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Is the
Oh, excuse me?
Manfred, the band that released this song.
Yeah, but what is that name?
But it's Manfred Mann's Earth Band. I mean, this was the 70s.
Yeah,
this
people
was
just
what
were
a time.
doing anything.
But that song was also written by the boss. It was written by Springsteen.
Was it really?
Yes.
No.
Yes, of course it was.
He also wrote Because the Night.
Yes, he did, and gave that to Patty.
Well, he didn't even give it to her.
He thought, he was like, this is better for you? What happened?
I think a producer was like, you should try this. And she's like, may I? And he was like, okay. I don't think he enthusiastically even handed it over.
Yes, right.
I think we know what happened was what needed to happen.
Cut loose like a deuce, revved up like a deuce is the Deuce Coupe, a 32 Ford.
Yeah, there's no wrapped up. No one thinks that. Sorry, it's deuce versus douche is the conversation.
And what I would say is sometimes,
up.
yes, I hear you. And sometimes with songs, like people would say, like Semi on My Way from Rusted Root. I remember people would be like, Simeon the Whale, the song that's called like Simeon the Whale. What's funny is people hear, there's a million examples.
Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza.
Yes,
Right.
et cetera, et cetera.
Wow.
This was one of those, but what I'm saying
These
is
are real
listening
fresh topics.
to the song, douche. He says whatever it was supposed to be, whatever it's written, I'm telling you, he says douche and deuce are two different words.
He's just doing that thing that
douche.
you do. Yeah, he's like, like a douche.
Like a douche.
Yeah, like a douche. Some people do that, like that's how they talk.
All right. Well, it's revved up like a douche. And that's that.
All right. Case closed.
Case closed.
Gonna bring into the night.
That's not for public consumption. I don't know why I wrote that. That was just a stray thought. Iran Day 150.
Catching strays over here.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Sorry, what were we saying? Iran Day 150.
Iran Day 150. Our sign maker, our local
Guess who's back?
NB Fester, back again.
Sign maker's back.
Back. Iran Day 150.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we're probably past that now. But just a running
and
count.
every day past that is another day past it. I think the sign today would say Iran Day 170.
Really?
Well, we saw that like a week or two ago.
We saw it a while ago. Yeah, I mean, that's just the cycle. What's the funniest part about this war to me that we didn't get with previous is previously we had a mission accomplished moment. Do you remember that fun moment? W on the naval ship or whatever with the banner. Yes. Yeah. We had our banner moment, which was very funny because then it was a decade.
It's been a banner year for war.
It's just strategically what they're doing here is different.
Right.
Because what they're doing here is they keep edging. Instead of doing the mission accomplished and then it's just not and we move on and we still are trying to finish whatever oil contracts. And in this instance, there are no contracts. We also had some shit going on in Iraq and Afghanistan from a corporate standpoint, which we do not have here. It's the opposite here. We're being cut out of the money through the Strait of Hormuz. We don't have like in those wars, we got to go in and send Halliburton with private military contractors to protect, to make some money and do, all the grabs there. Here, there's no grabs. It's actually being grabbed from us. So here we're doing this thing where we're pretending it's almost over every like 3 or 4 days. We're on this cycle. Every couple days there's a big announcement. We're talking. Iran will be like, no, we're not. We didn't talk at all. What is he? He's lying. There's no.
I have a question. Proud daughter of a Vietnam veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, everything's like drones and surveillance now.
Uh-huh.
Could you be like proud data mine because they're taking us of a surveillance state that's doing
I see that.
the war. Do you know what I'm saying?
Proud
like we're
daughter
part
of a
of the
drone
war
operator.
because they're using all of our data to create these like surveillance models that they're then enacting in war zones to fight war. Like, can we be proud?
Yes. I get. I think. Can we be proud again? Yeah.
Can we be?
The answer is yes.
I want to be part of it.
I want to be proud.
It's not enough that I'm funding it with my tax dollars.
Of course.
I want to get that bumper sticker.
You want the bumper sticker.
I want the
proud daughter of a drone operator. That's what I want.
Well, that's disgusting.
Yes. Anyhow, we're on a fun cycle. We'll see. Well, every few days.
What is this war called?
Like officially? Good question.
Like when we look back,
well, because Operation Iraqi
Desert
Freedom.
Storm.
Well,
I'm just going.
You're going
all
way
of it.
back.
Yeah, but I'm
Desert
saying
Storm.
they all have little
Operation
names.
Iraqi Freedom, which is a very funny.
In Murf's town, they have these banners. It's called Hometown Heroes, and it's all these like men's faces, and a lot of them are familiar. It'd be like Johnny Beehive, like Korean War, like whatever. You know what I mean? It's like their
Private
name.
First Class Johnny Beehive.
Yes, they say their position. That's right.
The
Sergeant,
Korean conflict.
whatever.
They won't call that a war. Either,
Okay, but there's ones you've just literally never heard of.
Well, I won't say his name. But what does it matter?
Don't.
I won't.
Say
No,
any
I won't.
names.
But someone I went to school with was veteran of the Foreign War on Terror.
Yes,
which is
you're like so you like
the War on Terror.
We're all on the computer. I mean,
by that rationale, if you were like in the DEA, you should be able to be like, I'm a proud veteran of the War on Drugs. Like the War on Terror is a fake thing.
Yeah,
like
what about,
that's not a real.
The war,
but I think
War
because
on
there's
Christmas.
He might have done. More on
They're
Christmas.
just getting cute with it though, but like
right.
the conflict. So it'd just be something random where it's like proud veteran of like the Benghazi emails.
the Benghazi.
I just meant they were getting really cute with it.
The Benghazi debacle.
Where you're walking around town and you're like, it's like one you know, one you kind of know, one that seems like you've heard of it, and then one where you're like,
one
what the fuck?
Huh? My private war against my mother-in-law, like something that's wait, what is the Iran war called? Yeah, there it is. Thank you. The ongoing military conflicts involving Iran, U.S., and Israel are referred to by distinct names.
What about Lebanon?
The major conflicts include, and then Turkey eventually. I mean, Israel's just going to keep on.
The war on peace in the Middle East?
That's right. The war against anti-Semitism. The major recent conflicts include U.S.-Israeli joint operation. No, I mean, there's Iran-Israel conflict. No, that's the 12-day war.
Is it like the Hormuz hop?
Taking it down to the Hormuz hog. No, what was I going to call it? Hoot nanny. The Hormuz hoot nanny.
Yeah, Sergeant, Corporal, Private.
Wait, so we need
in the hoot
a
nanny
flag.
of Hormuz.
So I know Bonnie Arnone, and I will drag her publicly because she's a public figure.
Who is that?
She's a very highly visible.
I know Bonnie Arnone.
No, of the borough that my folks live in, she's like the manager.
We should call this the.
I had to hit her with
app.
A Freedom of Information.
You did.
Multiple times to even just get basic budget.
You literally are like getting documents.
I'm getting documents from her, but she is a problem. And she also is the one has to like somehow you can put in for like asking for those flags. We need to get one that just is the Hormuz hootenanny. Just try to treat that like it's a real conflict that someone's involved in and have them have to be like, because they'll tread lightly.
What would the picture be? Just like a weird drone? And you're arguing personhood because of like AI?
Yes.
I think there's something there.
And because I'd be like, no, this drone is manned by my grandfather. I don't know what. It's a work in progress, but it's a troll in progress, an IRL troll. Anyway.
I don't think it has to be your grandfather. I think it could literally, the argument could be that the singularity is here.
Yeah.
and that you feel related to the
Yeah.
bot.
Well, so,
Yeah.
so the Wikipedia article for what's happening right now is just the Iran-Israel proxy conflict.
Ooh,
So
I like that.
That has like something. Well,
Proxy,
and also U.S. is
love
not
that.
even in the name there, and yet here we are at
But
war
at
with
least
Iran.
they're saying
really.
proxy. I actually
Yeah.
feel like that's more like out in the open than what they usually. They're always saying like we're fighting for freedom for somebody. Proxy, at least like, do you know what I'm saying? Intimates that we're like just moving the fucking pawns around,
We're moving them.
moving them and shaking
Moving 'em
them
and
and
shaking 'em.
throwing them in the straight.
Um,
Hit me with something else, please, dear.
Okay. So we have.
Wait, Bonnie Arnone, I just want to say one thing.
Yes.
She's the borough president, right,
Yes,
of 44,
that's
and
right.
she like mishandled some funds allegedly.
Oh yeah, let's.
for the
yeah,
swimming
I'm not
pool.
a monster.
Well,
no,
I
this
just
is.
want to
Yeah,
explain.
no, I thank you for that.
So then
yes.
this 44th swimming pool that was like this beloved
Community
childhood,
pool?
it doesn't. So it's
does
just like
not
saying,
open every summer because she mishandled funds that were very either questionable. Again, that goes back to that
and they
thing.
went offshore.
They went well. She claims the reason that a large chunk of funds went
That she was had.
missing that she she sent it, wrote a check
So
that
then
she
you're
thought was
either a
going
liar or an idiot, allegedly.
and
so
to
what
get
are you
a
doing?
raise,
How
which is
she
another
not?
reason why she didn't want those budgets coming out, is because even though those public budget documents that you shouldn't have to do an FOA. Or
This is our NEPA app, Northeastern
FOI.
Pennsylvania. Just if people are like, what the fuck are they
what the fuck
talking
is going
about?
on? We just came back. We were in the shit. We were
we were
there when the shit went down at the 44 pool.
Yeah, we were steeped in the coal dust. What do
Yes.
they call that? The column banks?
The column banks.
Isn't that just a pile of coal dust?
A column bank is the bank that comes out of the earth that includes all the, I think.
Coal dust.
Coal
Yay
dust
or
is
nay
fine.
on the
Yay.
coal dust.
Yay.
I just wanted to, because you just screamed out a name and then didn't explain. But I was
Sure.
saying why you were digging up documents.
Yes,
on
she
this
should.
person.
She got a raise. Should have been at minimum fired for incompetence, if not fraud.
Gotcha.
And the children still have no pool to swim in. So there's
Where
that.
do the children play?
Where do they play in the
Hey.
summer? Where do they
Well, I'm
go?
just saying
when
it's a small
funner than
borough.
this?
It's a small borough. So to take away the few kind of things that they could offer the community when there is money is
Literally the
frustrating.
only reason you would have a government. Really. There's no other reason for that government to exist.
Well, those flags be popping.
That can be an administrative third. We can privatize the flag waving, I think. Anyway, privatize the flag waving. That's what I'm running on.
I'm pretty sure we have.
Well, the old scumbum himself, Andy Tazinski, who, if I have to name Bonnie, I got to name Andy.
Okay, allegedly. Nobody
No,
knows
he's not
what we're
allegedly a
talking-
scumbum. He
No, but
is a
nobody
scumbum.
knows. Well, he defunded the police.
My opinion is he's a
so
scumbum.
that's why I like him.
Sure, that's what I'm saying. Complicated areas.
But the reason he defunded the police is
to
because he just
deunionize.
defunded the borough, right?
He did. Well, he wanted to save money, so that he
Great
took on the
cut
police
to me.
union, which very few are willing to. But he took them on for the reasons to just undercut the fact that officers had to make that because they were union cops. They're in the police union. They had to go
See,
so that he
this
could
sucks
he
because
could bring
then
back
I have to be on the
part-timers.
cops side.
I know, it's bizarre.
Because you're like pro-union and this guy sucks.
That's the layers to that one are very fun to unpack because of all those reasons. As we all know, police unions not unions. We've that's even the trade unionists.
They're not getting any respect.
Forget the
from
industrial
us.
unionists. Even the trade unionists.
Well,
are like,
those are
"Fuck
those ones where you're like, let him cook, because you're like, let him fight each other.
Let them fight each
Just
other
let him
to the
go
death. Let
to
it
the
all
death.
just.
Allegedly. Hit me with something else.
Trump's 100. Oh, so the access to. I'm just going off of these notes I wrote. I think this is the $100,000, the early truth posts.
Oh.
You know about this now. Which
Like
this is something.
sneak peek at the.
Well, I mean, this is the
Ramblings of
insider
a
trading.
madman?
No, this is the insider. Yes, but also
Oh,
the
for
insider.
Kalshi.
$100K a month. Yes, you get to because
Right.
he's now well aware that people are just based on his tweets, his truths, whatever the fuck they're called,
making predictions.
making predictions of the market, and the market is shifting based on him saying things. So if that is
Which
true,
has always been true.
That's always been true.
But it was more glacial. And what's so funny is now it's immediate. It's like,
That's
will he
exactly
like
right.
sneeze and shit himself on minute 3 of like
that's exactly
the Strait
right.
of Hormuz poem he's reading later?
Yep.
I do want to say a funny, not funny, but funny headline I saw that speaks to this where we are is officials worry that prediction gambling on forest fires will spurn
Arson.
arson.
Makes sense.
I know, but that's just like so dark.
It is. Yeah.
It's everything together, which I love a headline because I only read the headlines. I mean, yeah.
Go on.
Sounded like you just trumped in your pants, but it's the chair. But it just has, that headline really has everything.
It does. It does. It also speaks to, which this is these funny, one of my favorite genres of content at this point are tech CEOs and tech stans, like either these like ridiculous writers that are clearly paid by big tech or whatever, but people who publicly are defending, not even defending, but just desperately trying to string together two sentences that are able to articulate the benefits of any of this shit. Like, it's so funny to listen. Like Kalshi, when people try to say like, what's the good? So people go, everything's going to have a downside. Like, sure, maybe arsons do go up. Maybe people set forests on fire to cash in on Kalshi. Yes, but what outweighs that is that Kalshi brings this service to humanity. It provides this benefit socially, culturally.
What's the benefit?
No, listen to these idiots try to say what it is. They can't. Like, I'm saying there is nothing. They're basically saying it's good for prediction markets because it democratizes the knowledge of events.
What I think is funny is why do you
Like,
have to say it's good? Like, do you know what I mean? You could
just own
say
that it's not.
Well, you could just say it's something people want so we can sell it. The way like with cigarettes or alcohol
people are
or
when they get in front of lights
Doritos,
and cameras,
you just say tastes good, feels good. You don't say
and this is what a lot
it
of
like
these
benefits children or
when
some
you listen
bullshit.
to Alex Karp talk, he
I
doesn't
don't.
do that.
I don't listen.
Well, I know. So if you did, Palantir, if you did listen to like what is the
Palantir.
benefit of mass surveillance, autonomous drones that would be kill, like they don't think we should. It's like Thiel stumbling over the basic when his big viral thing somewhat recently, I don't remember when it was, but being like, should humanity's surviving, and him being like,
right.
What he wanted to say is like
It's
certain parts
mask
of it
off.
in a certain way, but you're just like, wow.
He's like, should I and my children live on Mars? Yes.
Yes.
Should you go die in the data wars? Yes.
Yes.
Two
I
things
wish
can
you
be
well.
true.
Right. So I think that level
Well,
is
did you see that clip of what's his face, Altman, being like, oh, within the next 6 months, like you'll just have like
that personal assistant who does that,
but
who's
they're like
tapped
in
into
your brain, and
Yeah,
they can like take care of like talking to your friends and your family and like do everything for you. And it's like just what people used to do with each other. It's called like community and stuff. And
Yeah.
it was really depressing, but I'm saying they're not even pretending.
No, they're not.
There was that one too with the kid thing where they're like, oh, the podcast. Did we already talk about that? He's like, one really fun use I saw somebody suggest for AI is like having them do a podcast about like your kid's like soccer game, and you can play it to them on the way to school. And everybody was like, or you could talk to your family
About the soccer game you saw.
It's just one of those
I
things
didn't see it, so
where
that's the problem.
You like give
I was
yourself
working.
away, that you're like, I'm not able to have a conversation with a human being.
That's
so
right.
This seems really useful.
And calling it a podcast is very funny. Yes, because you're like, it's so hyper low. You can put in the details to some AI model, and they'll churn out
and what's funny is you're
robot
still
voice
taking
talking
the
about-
time to put in the details. So you sit alone putting the details in and then let a robot talk to your children when you could combine those things if you're talking about efficiency.
Yes. Well, that's why what's funny is what I'm saying is you have to get, and the great Don Drapers are gone now. They're dead. They've moved on. They've been, caught with their hand in the secretary. Yes, they're out.
Did you say caught with their hand in the secretary?
I was trying to make
Dear Lord.
But I mean, their era's done. My point is, without that,
They're busy beavering.
these Silicon Valley people are forced to do.
I wasn't winking.
I'll
You
level-
thought I was trying to.
I thought you were
I
giving me
like
some wink
twitched.
seltzer.
No, I just twitched.
Their marketing, their big Poly Market had that Rick Rubin commercial that everyone was like, "This is so dark and terrible." And also,
Dark,
Rick
yeah.
Rubin, you've been pretending like this. It's the kind of shit where you're
Very
like,
weird.
"Oh, do you see?" My point is like, I only saw the first season of Mad Men, so I always go back to the what is the wheel or
The
whatever,
Kodak.
the Kodak thing. The beginning of that idea of marketing, where you're like, "Oh, we'll spin a narrative here. We'll spin a yarn. We'll give them like a feeling of something. The feelings behind all of this are correct, that cross bipartisan lines and everything. We're all feeling correct that this is dark and bad. Like, I think everyone is like, the data center stuff is bad, the AI stuff is bad. This is all dark and bad for the majority of us. And we sense that. We feel that, I think, in our souls. So to try to combat that, they can't do the like soul stirring because people are like,
there's no saleable points.
There's no saleable points.
Agreed,
and then they can't do the literal like hard sell even of like, well, you know what? It's tough. Sure. There's going to be pros and cons with everything.
Gotta
Here's the
break
pros.
A few eggs
here's
to
the
get
cons.
In there. Yeah.
We all know inherently. And now we're seeing the like stuff roll out in real time of the cons of this.
Out.
The only pro is a tiny group of us are going to make a shit ton of money. That's all it really is. And some of them are kind of saying that. If you listen to them at Davos, you listen to them public spaces.
And I do.
And you do. They will say this shit out loud. So it's kind of like funny when you have to see a commercial for it because you're just like, there's nothing good about any of this. And they can't even spin it and they're barely even trying.
It's like full circle. And where do the children play?
Where do the... Yes.
Well, you know, because it's on the local level, 40 for it.
Yes.
On the global level, everything's on fire.
Yes.
You know?
That's
the children
true.
are we are the children of
Where's
men.
the pool? We are the children of men.
But we're also the whatever's in the big pot. It's boiling. What is that? Lobsters? Frogs? Who's that?
In the lobster pot. That's right.
We've hit the crazy hour mark.
Well, then here's the perfect time to close.
Hit it and quit it.
We don't need to discuss Sonny Corleone's big cock.
Wait, hold on. Wait, go back. What
just from The Godfather. There's a scene in someone. All right.
Were you trying to tell me about this earlier?
Yes, and I was like, save it.
Because you said, "Do you remember Sonny Corleone from The Godfather?" And I took like 5 minutes, and I go, "Yeah," and then we never spoke.
Did you
of it
read
again.
the Mario Puzo?
I did not. I just saw the movie.
Right, which is so much better than the book. The book.
It's one of those.
What I remember, this is many years ago, but even at the time where I was a young man reading books, like there was a lot of shit. Well, you know what I mean. If you're not like a nerdy person who grew up reading Lord of the Rings and all that, you're not like a literature. No, but you know, I have dear friends that are that. I'm saying I was never that. I would read a lot of pulp stuff. I was reading Iceberg Slim. I was reading.
You also loved like Choose Your Own Adventure.
Choose Your Own Adventures.
That's a kind of kid.
That's a kind of kid. I was not a literary person. Let me read The Hobbit.
You're
for the
like
ninth
pop
time.
lit.
Pop lit. Puzo is in pop lit, and especially when you get into your teen. Well, yes, I was also reading plenty of Soldiers of Fortune magazine. No, the pop lit stuff is like when you also get into a teenage boy and early 20s. Now, I didn't go to fancy university like some of us in this room.
Nor did you go to a not fancy university. Also, I didn't go to a fancy one.
But anyway, I mean, at that age, dudes are reading shit. It's Foster Wallace.
Bitches be reading.
You know what it is. You know the kind. It's Hunter Thompson, who I love.
You're carrying Infinite Jest around, just trying to get it wet.
Yes, Fear and Loathing, all that.
Oh yeah.
But my point is.
Wait, what else? Slaughterhouse-Five, I think, falls into that.
Vonnegut was right. Vonnegut was the.
It bridges the gap.
Yes,
it's
it was
literary,
the thinking
but it's
man's pop lit.
Yes. Thank you.
There's a lot. So more men. Us all.
When men could be men.
When men could read men.
When men had a library card instead of an AK-47.
Yes, instead of blowing that library up.
Allegedly.
Puzo was in the pop era because, of course, you were like the movie. Us growing up, it was like
the Poos.
But the Poos was like a pop. He was like an Donald Goines was a great blaxploitation writer of genre, very much pimps and writing, gangster stuff of the 70s, 60s, 70s, whatever. That level was like what the Godfather book was. So it's very accessible in some ways. And the film was, of course, Coppola's, operatic masterpiece. Mm-hmm. The film elevated to a point with the book. And there was this thing in the book that I always kind of remembered. And it just recently came up because someone was talking about the scene in The Godfather at the wedding. Someone's like, they show a quick aside of the women. I have to look this up to make sure I'm saying this correctly. But I think it's from the first scene in The Godfather at the wedding. and they're out and everyone's dancing and they're showing. And one of the girls
Diane Keaton
is there, but it's not her. It's Lucy.
Yes,
Sonny.
yes.
And she's doing this, like I'm sure holding up my hands as people
what
usually
are
go.
you doing?
His dick was this big.
Oh.
Measuring apart, and then they never talk about that and they move on. In the book, in the Puzo book, there's a subplot, I would even say, a full subplot of Sonny Corleone's penis being massive, and his mistress is that woman, and the woman, she's in the movie, I forget who plays her, but she has a very small role, but in the book, she has this whole narrative where her vagina was too big, and they come to get, because medically she has a low pelvic floor, whatever the thing was, she goes to this is a subplot in the Godfather novel.
Wait, he has a big dick, she has a big vagina?
There's
a lid for every pot.
There's a lid for
like
every
Bridget
pot.
Everett
It's
says.
beautiful in a lot of ways. Because he is, a lot of women who are fucking him are like, Jesus, it's too much for me. She's like, I've been unsatisfied. My husband's unsatisfied.
Knocking on cervix door.
Knock on cervix door. So they have a thing, but then she goes and gets a vaginoplasty. This is all in the book, and thankfully left out of the movie. Obviously, there's no place for it.
Coppola couldn't handle the truth.
He could, but I think he gave one. My point of saying all this, I think he gave one little nod. With the measurement, because I forgot that was in the movie, and then someone.
I actually love stuff like that in movies because it feels like a little bit of like verite.
Yeah.
Like where it's not everything is talked about again, but it's just like how women might be talking at a wedding.
It feels
to
like a
their
real
friends.
conversation that might be happening rather than just
Yeah.
generic babble. Yeah.
It doesn't pass the Bechdel test. It's literally like showing the size of the
all we'd ever be talking
man's
about, literally
penis.
the size of the manhood.
Yeah, and the other one's like, and these are the balls. Holds up two like Italian bread rolls.
2 tomatoes, 2 ripe Italian tomatoes.
Say hello to my huge friend.
Anyhow,
good stuff.
Latino Pacino, we must worship.
We must.
So quick aside for that, Latino Pacino twice.
Latino Pacino is so good.
Latino Pacino
did you
both.
coin that?
I think so, actually.
That's
I've been saying it.
Can that be merch or is that not good?
Latino Pacino? No, not good. I mean, it's just a thing that happened.
Oh, okay. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly, Al Pacino was in Scarface and was in Carlito's Way. So he did both Cuban and Puerto Rican. So he did double Latino Pacino, which doesn't even get mocked as much as his British accent.
Would you say that he's the Italian Hank Azaria of 70s cinema?
I would say that.
Wow.
I would.
Huge. Not as big as Corleone's cock.
Not as big as Sonny's dick.
Still big, though.
Sonny's big cock.
Sonny came.
Sonny came hung.
Just Sonny came.
There we go.
Holler.
So we'll finish on this. We'll end on AOCIA coming full circle.
We can't.
No, we'll end on just AOC because Clavicular shooting his shot with AOC.
This is big.
This is big. So AOC has already perfectly positioned herself in the Us Weekly presidency era.
Yes. Is Us Weekly still a thing?
Part of
I just
kids,
was like,
there were things called magazines.
Literally, those rags.
They would report things like New Kids on the Block puking up cum or
yeah,
Marilyn Manson sucking his own dick.
Right.
Anyway, no, Us Weekly, yeah, a gossip mag. I think Us Weekly has to still exist as an online brand.
I know, but I think what you mean is like internet era, not
National
Us
Enquirer.
Weekly.
Yeah, when you're at the supermarket, take a look at those
Nobody's
magazines.
at the supermarket.
No
They're
one can
getting
afford
like
it.
Instacart like airdropped into their vents.
Right. The price of a National Enquirer has stayed steady.
Wow.
You might not be able to afford fresh produce,
Recession-proof.
and meat, but recession-proof National Enquirer.
Bat Boy lives, and we have to eat him for supper.
A Weekly World.
Oh God,
That's a whole
not
other
National
end. No, but I mean they're great.
National Enquirer actually like it's a rag, but they said some true stuff. No.
Here's the thing. Pre-TMZ, kiddos. Here's the best thing. We grew up in a world where going to the supermarket, there were multiple racks. There was not just one magazine. There were multiple racks. And yes, you'd get your People magazine, which was like tawdry light.
That was like what our parents got. Yeah, they'd be like, sexiest man alive.
That's right. People was the puff pieces we all wanted.
Yeah.
But then there was
In Touch and Us Weekly.
Before even In Touch and Us.
Right.
National Enquirer was a like periodical. It was printed like a newspaper. It wasn't magazine. It wasn't the glossy mag. It was like
I know what you mean.
A broadsheet newspaper.
Yeah.
So there were just, and then there was there was National Enquirer, there was the Sun,
Weekly World News.
Weekly World News got into like
TV
Bigfoot
Guide.
and TV Guide, of course.
I loved 17 magazine. My sister always had that, so I thought it was cool. And it was kind of even probably like dying when I was into it. But the two things I would look for, 17 magazine, and there were always stories like, I got my period in a swimming pool and I was mortified. It was always about getting your period somewhere, or like getting your braces stuck to something while you're trying to like make out.
Right.
But then the other thing I loved was the Delia's catalog.
Oh, Delia's. Which
Yeah.
was what?
Just really expensive.
I'm like,
crap,
Delia's.
garbage, but like alt girl, kind of like punk skater girl clothes. That was the
Okay.
brand. So I like thought it was really cool.
Interesting.
It's
So
a lot
this
of
was
girls
like the
standing
Avril
like this.
Lavigne mag?
Girls standing like this.
With their toes.
Do you know what I'm talking
pointing
about? For the readers.
Oh,
it's this,
yes.
It's
Yeah,
this
that's
like
like a
90s wave
womp,
thing
womp.
where your feet are turned in, but you're like, oops, I'm hot.
I'm awkward, but
I'm wearing a
hot.
baby doll dress with like low top Doc Martens
Wait,
and like
the-
little ruffle socks, and I have like a pixie cut and blue eyeshadow, and I'm like kind of like,
Said, see you later, girl.
yes.
That the see you later, girl. But that the
It was
the toes pointing in is a great specific because I
it
immediately
was
then
Manic
knew what you
Pixie
meant.
Dream Girl, like cavemen. Do you know what I mean? It was like the prototype for what would come.
What would become. Interesting.
Yes.
What a brand. What a mag.
Well, it was just a catalog for
Catalog.
clothes, but
I
it
think
like
Fredericks of Hollywood.
it
when I
had a
think of
cultural. It resonated more than just some catalogs.
catalogs. Yeah. Catalogs now, they're gone.
Wait, hold on. Just say what you're saying about AOC so we can leave.
Okay. So
Clavicular.
clavicular just shot. So AOC, my point is she's positioned partially because, yes, there's a lot of shit that just because she's a woman and that would get brought up and tantalized, sensationalized.
She gets sexualized.
Well, I mean, she gets sexualized. Yes, a lot.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Just say the
she
thing.
broke up. I'm getting there. Jeez, I'm trying.
Sorry.
I'm
just
being
started feeling
distracted.
I have a call soon, so we have to go.
Got it. Anyway, she broke up with her fiance, and clavicular.
She's freezing her eggs.
She's freezing her eggs and publicly doing a Instagram reel showing the process
I have
of
an
that.
issue with that, and I want to say I know that people are like, "How brave!" or "That's so nice," or "Bringing awareness," or whatever. That's all fine, but just with what's going on right now politically, I don't think it's the time to do this thing that's like my journey. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, can we just get fucking healthcare yesterday?
Yeah. Well, this is AOC.
But isn't she kind of using it for that, being like, this is expensive and this should be accessible?
Yeah, no,
like she's
I get
connecting things.
yeah, she's connecting it. She's connecting.
I think it's a little bit of rough stuff.
She
to be
also
honest.
she's built her brand in the content era. So it's like her
Yeah,
her
you're right.
Instagram lives
It's probably like a
have
calculation.
become a thing. So then it's like, well, what can I do here? Breaking up with the fiance and having
She's like, when I was hiding in the tunnel on January 6th, I said,
I
need to
freeze
freeze my
eggs.
eggs.
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay,
So
so-
anyway, clavicular.
How do we know he shot his shot, though? Because I
Was
saw that
AOC maxing?
headline. But, AOC
I think he just
maxing.
publicly, also by shooting the shot, it's like maybe he tried to slide into the DMs, but he made just a public thing of saying.
What did he say?
Well, let me
Like,
look.
I need to know because he doesn't really put himself out there.
Well, clavicular. Remember the videos of him putting himself out
isn't
there. He
he-
kept getting shot down at the bar. Remember
Right, but isn't he like in an institution right now?
Is he institutionalized?
Yeah, like is he tweeting at her from the loony bin? Sorry, I know that's not okay to say anymore. What do you say now for
The booby hatch
Yes. I think booby hatch
is the
new
preferred
term,
terminology.
yeah.
Looks maxing star clavicular shoots his shot at AOC amid fiance split reports. 20-year-old look maxing star says he can quote fix AOC, turning their past clash over beauty standards into a viral proposal amid reports of her proposing to her without ever
Interesting.
meeting. So he's not literally, yeah. So let's see, what did he tweet here? I can fix her.
Yikes, that's darker than I thought it would be.
Right. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
So that's that. We wish them all the best.
I mean, that would be fun for the rest of us if that happened.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
If
Give
he
us a little
if he
treat.
was the first man, is that
And then she fixed him.
she fixed him?
That would be amazing.
Just trimmed, just cut his nuts off.
I don't know.
Fixed him.
Yeah.
He
She threw away his
spay
little
and neuter your-
hammer and like freed him from his
neuter maxing.
chains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Wait, did we miss anything?
I mean, we powered. What I like is we haven't been around in a while. We powered through.
Sorry, I meant like segment wise. I know we're not doing errata. We're doing Clinton crime family now, which we did with the short shorts. So we're not AI. So I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Love you.
We can bring back our newer segments next go around. I
just want to say earnestly that I feels really good to be back in these chairs with you.
I agree, dear. I've missed it, and I'm excited to be back. Let's keep it rolling.
Rolling. We'd
so much to say.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Winks.
Winks. Oh, is it Winks or Wink?
Oh.
We'll get our sponsor's name right, and we'll be back. We'll report back.
I'm too high to get the name right.
Wink.